Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 vs 3 on Mortalis. On Team 1, playing as the Necrons, we've got Forgotten. We've got Alex UK playing as the Imperial Guard. And we've got In17 playing as the Sisters of Battle. On Team 2, we've got Eos playing as the Necrons. We have got Yamka playing as the Tau Empire. And we also have Atla SMTP playing as the Tau Empire. So it does seem like that the Necrons have engaged in some sneaky diplomacy, pitting the greater good versus the Imperium on Mortalis here today. And it does look like that Alex UK is providing Forgotten some defensive capabilities in the form of an infantry command just right in front of his base, getting the Necrons to build up that infantry command, whereas the Imperial Guard of us, well, they're kind of doing it their own by building up a plasma generator eventually when they get round to it. But we do have some Builder Scouts just engaging in some sort of scouting mission. Heavy bolter are going to be slapped down straight outside of Atlan's base, although they're being cancelled. Alright then, blue ballers, whatever. We do also have a strategic point over here looking to be captured by Yamka over here, so both Necron players helping each of their comrades. Heavy bolter with some doges on it. Seems to be that the Imperial Guard are not funded by the Throne Gelt in this battle, but the power of Bitcoin, or... No, that's not Bitcoin's a whole different thing, isn't it? Cryptocurrency, there we go. That newfangled cryptocurrency, get off my lawn. That's what it says. But yeah, while this is being built up, these Builder Scouts having a little look-see look to see what they can decap. Quite the early aggression from the Imperial Guard and the Necrons. Heavy bolter does get finished. So this will be quite the issue to deal with, especially with these Builder Scouts still in the base, able to repair this heavy bolter as and when needed. Command squad just going to go and see what they can do, but they are being shot up quite nicely. Commander getting taken down, looking to get a priest in there as well. Got Yamka's Tau coming over to provide some additional firing support. Priest does not sorry, not a priest, the Psyker does go down, denying that priest. And we also have some Necron warriors coming over here as well, so full coalition of Team 2 over on this side. Sisters, not too keen about having to ally with the Xenos here, but such is the way of things. Cannon S also going to come over, going to decap this relic, as the stalwart fire teams carry on firing at this heavy bolter turret. There's a good amount of damage, but the Vespids will come out using their discombobulation ability, which will take out that heavy bolter turret quick as you like, in a flash. But Forgotten's Necron Lord will come in and see what they can do to defend this. A second heavy bolter turret will be placed out over here. And will you be finished? Yes, you will be finished. Vespid Stingwing Strain looking to continue their assault. Very good at taking out buildings are these lads. Or non-gender specific aliens, not entirely sure about the reproductive nature of the Vespids. Please feel free to link me to some fan art in the comments. And if you guys in the comments could click on that fan art and just confirm what it shows, that'd be great. Sisters taking pride and place in the centre of this heavy cover. Forgotten's Necrons still in the base. Builder Scouts being a real pain in the backside. Also building up Obelisk and going to fortify it as well. Quite the sustained aggression over here, as communism is about to rise over on this side, but failing once again as it always does. Although I suppose the Tau are quite confused here, thinking to themselves, what? Aren't we supposed to be the space communists? But no. Sisters of Battle. That was a yes, that was a Soviet Union flag. There we go. Not getting confused there. I'm not like General MacArthur seeing blooming the Reds in the corner of my eye. Haven't got to that age yet. Although it will come one day. Nearly there. Battle Sisters laying hands upon each other, keeping themselves alive and fresh, while these Kroots go about their wicked foul business, using their guns as axes, as their way is. Necron Lord action. Force pushing Eos away. But these guardsmen over here being brought down to a singular man. But they will continue charging after these fire warriors before being taken to that sin bin. And the Fire Warrior squads are building up en masse. They've been left to their own devices, and now there's a good significant amount of them. And I imagine that's the way that the late game for this composition is going to go. It's going to be Necrons doing all the business at the front, whereas the Tau do all the business on the back lines in the form of a stalwart defensive firing line. Necron Lord finally been taken down. Although then again, in saying that, yes, okay, a good amount of range stuff can be quite useful against the Imperial Guard Sisters and Necrons. But, I mean, the Sisters and the Imperial Guard have got quite the selection of artillery between them, which is great for disrupting those clumped up infantry units. So it all depends really, in my humble opinion, if the Tau go for some more vehicle-based plays, or whether they go for those XV-88s? The jumpy ones, not the standstill ones, the jumpy battlesuits. Suppose we'll confirm that later on. Do have some tiers for the Necrons over here, tier 2, looking for some blade ones in there. No tier 2 for the Necrons on the south side there. I've gone for their summoning core, however. Any tiers here? Tier 2 for the Imperial Guard, looking for their mechanized command. And not entirely sure. Oh no, yep, Sisters have gone for their tier 2 as well. That's such a useful tip. I'm still not over that. But that built add-ons at the bottom tells me if they've gone for a tier upgrade. Sisters still in Atlas base. Ace going to bring back the Necron Lord for round 2, Electric Boogaloo. He was smashing around the obelisk, but kind of needs to focus on these Battle Sisters. Healing Hands have faded on them. Looks like they're about to teleport away, but that's not sure that's how they work. Heavy weapons team using some sort of dark mechanicum ability to fire through the mountain, taking out some Necrons, and flayed ones will teleport round the backside. Centre of the map seems to be taken by the northern team quite substantially with triple Fire Warrior squads. And ooh, what are you? You are a face. A face from someone I used to know, probably. Double Basilisk going on. There we go, look at that. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Although a target finder going on these heavy weapons teams will be quite useful, or quite interesting to see how those Pathfinders are used to concentrate fire on very important selected targets. We saw that the other day in the Errand Beast versus Tornado. Was it Tornado version 2.0? I mean, either way, the Tau player in that game used the Pathfinders teams to amazing effect. Deatherfish troop carriers providing a front line, but not really what you want to see in that front line. Very fragile transport vehicles. Got a Wraith coming out. Wonderful for keeping those Sisters busy. Celestians as well, so need to keep those ladies to low numbers. Unupgraded without their melter guns and multi-melters. Very competent in your regular ranged and melee combat. Basically just Battle Sisters 2.0. Oh, look at that! The Necron Lord is going for his... Oh, what's it called? The lightning field thing, where in close combat he's just able to absolutely melt everyone once that thing builds up. But the Basilisk, knocking everyone on the backside. On this side we do have some Southern Necron, Southern Flayed One, sorry, going up and about, but against a significant amount of plasma fire, they will teleport all the way back, but they have managed to get one plasma generator down, so that is quite decent. Got a Skyray missile gunship, adding their own artillery to the business. Destroy for Mish, being zapped by the Curse the Machine Spirit from the command squad. Will get out of there, though, with relatively little damage done to it. Missiles flying over the heads of the command squad as they are brought low. And, yeah. Big blues going on these Necron... on these heavy weapons teams. Will both be more or less almost wiped out. That's one way to counter a heavy weapons position. They're not exactly going to be able to bob and weave in between the Skyray missile gunships. Northern Necron Lord teleporting in as well, adding to the overall damage. Love the lightning effect whenever he gets hit when that ability goes on. From what I understand, if you want your Necron Lord to be melee orientated, that is the lightning field is the way forward. It's so cool because you don't see it very often. Anyway, this destroyer going to try and punch one Necron Lord in the head, but will be pushed back by all these Celestians. Forgotten with his Wraith going to be decapping this critical location, which is quite important actually, because I mean at the moment, if we look at, I mean look, all that vision that critical location is providing in the middle, allowing these Fire Warriors full reign of everything. But then obviously when they don't have that, but can we see, is it reduced quite considerably? Remind me to check in when there's no vision around this side. Although when I say that this isn't live, do feel sorry sometimes when I'm at work and I'm checking if the stream is up. People saying, hello, how are you doing? And I'm not responding. That's because I'm not actually here. It's past Mr. Landshark. Could not be organised enough, even if I wanted to do a live stream every single day. Here we go, some pariahs. Shimming and shaking into the base. But I mean, there's a lot of things for them to contend with, unsupported. Over on this side, Forgotten's Necron Lord being knocked around. Also been marked by some Pathfinders. Wraiths going in for some... Oh, what's it called when they go half invisible? Phase shifting shenanigans. Skyrim missile gunship over there goes down. And the pariahs still in the mix. 6 models in total, quite chunky lads these are. It's going to chase around these Celestians, preventing them from assisting in the centre. Fire Warriors firing away at this listing post. And a God Save the Emperor ability goes with the command squad fully equipped with all the boys you could ever want. No commissars, just priests and psychers. Going for Manufactorum from the Sisters' perspective. Probably because of the amount of melee units they've got to deal with. It's not what they want. Oh, where are you? You are... We saw a... There we go. You are the Confessor. Throwing down a smite just there. Didn't see him, but then again, you can't really see him in the middle of all this fire. Don't see him coming down. Preventing this destroyer from firing, by the looks of things. A big zappy doodad. Knocking down a whole bunch of boys and girls. Got some Cassicans. Moving on in the middle. And it does seem like the assault from the Sisters... Oh, sorry, on the Sisters base. Is it going to bear much fruit? As the pariahs are brought down to low numbers. Not sure if these guys are able to teleport out of this. So they will have to die where they stand. And there we go. Have a quick look at the economies. Well, things are relatively calm. 60% and 100. 104 and 79. And 104 and 40 compared to 45% and 125. 156 and 79. And 98 and 50. That's the economy. Completely forgot all the numbers already. But we do have a Hammerhead gunship and somewhere an Ethereal for Yamka. So big, huge units going on here. Gonna be very careful for these lads. Again, as we saw in the game the other day, 2 of these guys do a mean bit of damage against the Baneblade. Basilisk's still in the centre. Not sure where their range ends or begins, but... roughly about there. Shall we say. And the... Have we gone for an Exist? Yeah, there we go, look at that. That's exactly what they want to do. Break up those firing formations. One Hammerhead going down. Where are you a fake one there? Yes, it does seem that was a fake one. Got a big blue coming down here. Knocking all the Necron warriors about. Devilfish Troop Carrier falling foul. Unloading a bunch of Fire Warriors there. Good use of that Valkyrie firing doofer. Managing to get the back end of that unit there. And the Imperial Guard scanning these areas, allowing the Basilisks to fire away. Northern Necron Lord providing additional vision, using his phase shift. It's quite an interesting way to go about it. Ah, it wasn't an XV8 here, it was just an XV8. There we go, we figured that one out. So yeah, good firing line. Also got loads of stealth suit teams armed with their fusion blasters. So there we go, going to jump straight round the side. And going to open fire on the destroyer, taking it down quick as they can. Now we're going to focus their attention on the economy of the Necrons, which is a real shame. That plasma generator that they just took down was the one that was researching the Tier 2 plasma generation upgrade. Got all the blue missiles going on over yonder. Kassakan's been spotted by the Pathfinder teams. There we go. Probably I can't remember the names of units in this game. But flanking around the side, a bolstered group of angry ladies wielding melter guns and multi-melters, looking to bring the heat. But a Skyray missile gunship teasing them, seeing if they can scare them away, and they do manage to do that. Even of us is now there. And we've got some more heavy weapons teams. Not sure how I feel about this, with the Skyray missile gunships about. We did see how useful they were earlier on, but they are kind of throwing all the big stuff around here. Got the XV8s, yellow as sunshine, and the stealth suit team still in the Necron base. Also able to take out this listing post potentially, which will damage the Imperial Guard. As I do believe that Necrons only really need 4 strategic points to get most of their economy, or most of their squad cap, should I say, online. Right, transport in the middle. Baneblade unable to squeeze past these lads. Will need to go to Weight Watchers if he wants to carry on. There we go. Make some room for him. And the battle is just going on everywhere. We do have a Restore Monolith over on this side. Baneblade on the south. Hammerhead gunships as well. Absolute chaos and carnage across the battlefield. Kassakan's firing away at some Necrons and Tau over on the right-hand side. The Storm Monolith just being really intimidating in the middle. The Prize are going to go in for a second stab at this. One thing I absolutely need to do is take out these Exorcists. That would really free up some space for the Tau Fire Warriors. Do have quite the sizable vehicular force from Yamka. I mean, combining the Skyray gunships and the Hammerheads, that covers going up against infantry and vehicles at the same time. And Atla kind of focusing on more on the infantry side of things, which I do like. I was going to go for Barracudas as well. But the Exorcists are still standing. Restore Monolith. Kind of unsure where he's going, although we'll throw out a big green. Doesn't do the most damage, does the Necron Monolith. It's one of those weird quasi-hybrid utility slash damage relic units.
4 minutes until taken.
Oh, that's a bit cheeky from Ish. Throwing down a plasma generator in front of that Baneblade, as the essence of the Nightbringer is summoned right in front of it. Stealth suit team trying to get a lick in there. And we've got a Tech Priest Engines here running forward, trying to repair this Baneblade, but the firing line is real. Baneblade taken down. This is some serious plasma going on. These Celestians will need to come forward and do something about all these gunships. I know that they're quite happy staying in the base, protect themselves from the Necrons, but the Necrons aren't really doing all that much. They're being intimidated to stay in. Nightbringer still going in at it. looking to tear apart these heavy weapons teams.
3 minutes until taken. No victory.
And Team 2, which is the northern team with their taking hold victory on the countdowns. Southern team going to have to do something. Oh dear, this is going to be emotional. Ethereal throwing out the biggest blue you've ever done seen. Taking out triple heavy weapons teams. Or was it just double? I mean, either way, I was still quite the pick. Although the Ethereal seems to have gone down. Firing line for the Tau, kind of waxing and waning in the centre here from the power of the Lehman Russes, but more Luthers are coming down. Over on this side, we've just got all the Fire Warriors that the Tau Empire can bring to bear. Focus firing on anyone that comes anywhere near them. Tau Commander on the front lines. Next V88. Ah, right, okay, so the 88s are the standstill ones, and the V8s are the ones that do the jumping. Okay. Northern Necrons now making their presence felt against the Sisters. I suppose that kind of makes sense why they didn't push out the base, because they knew that the Necrons were coming. Exists still online there. But that Necron Restore Monolith, just a chunky piece of architecture. Although now surrounded by Celestians, actually, maybe sticking this lad on the front line is not where you want him to be. Have they got a second? Ah, they've got a second monolith. So that's not bad. Baneblade being rebuilt as the Restore Monolith gets sent back where it came from. Celestial squad over here being stunned into silence by the Lord Destroyer. And the Baneblade ready to get some revenge here as a command squad in the centre, running with full speed. These stealth ship teams being a real nuisance on the right flank. This whole line of plasma generators, which I must say were very like aesthetically placed. Infantry command down here has also gone down as well. To pot a second one and a mechanized command over here. So good value from those stealth suits. Hammerhead gunships being replaced. But the Exists constantly playing those organs. Doing an encore, as it were. Command squad over here being forgotten about and deaded. Trying to throw down some more Valkyrie fire. Does manage to get a couple of shots off, but not a full amount. Lehman Russ goes down for the Imperial Guard as the missile gunships try and get some good shots off. Ethereal. Seeing lots of these big ethereal blasts. And we've got another ethereal blast encasing this Baneblade, although I do believe it only takes one load of damage against anything it hits, so won't do that much amazing damage against the Baneblade. Forgotten resummoning his Necron Lord. Not seeing that much in the way of solar pulses from... I'm not sure what upgrades that Forgotten's gone for. But I do know that he has got... We did see a solar pulse earlier on. A fake Restore Monolith being slapped into the centre of the Tau base, allowing some vision, also providing some disruption. Got a Lord Destroyer coming in, but will be destroyed himself, getting a taste of his own medicine, as it were. Baneblade being repaired by the Tech Priest Engine Seers. Fire line still online for the yellow Tau. Which is quite nice, quite cool. Nightbringer being brought back out. Will look to see if he can slice up these heavy weapons teams. Won't be killing that Baneblade like before, as it's too full on health, too well defended as well. Had that missile gunship being a little bit brave there. Restore Monolith, well, the fake one at least anyway. Been sent to the repair shop, and we've got all the Rhino transports possible. I do believe it's a max of 4, isn't it? Maybe. Interesting combination. In fact, are they all... They're all packed to the brim with sisters. Here we go. They're going on holiday. And they're just gonna go straight into the Necron base. No ifs, no buts, no coconuts. Gonna throw these ladies out, layer of hands on these girls as well. And this is quite the aggressive play. Focus firing on this Restore Monolith. Not sure if the Necron base was the place to go for it, just because the Restore Monolith is quite the lad to take down. But, I mean, they're doing a fair bit of damage to him. Able to take him offline. Can then focus fire on the... I mean, can you now start focusing fire on the... Oh, you've got to wait for the animation to finish before you're able to open fire on them. But what a turnaround in this little engagement is. Forcing all the Tau to turn their attentions over here, not pressing in the southern side. Which then does give the southern team a little bit of room to breathe and take control of that central critical location. Yeah, they've all died, but I mean, sisters have got green money and blue money to spare. Kaskin's now moving forward. But actually, no, 2 squads of Celestians still online. Now we've got some Lehman Russes moving forward to provide firing support. Over here we've got the Necrons causing mischief and mayhem in the Tau base. That's currently, relatively, he says, undefended compared to what it was a while ago. Imperial throwing down some more big mushrooms. Yeah, wonderful little play there. Not quite taking out that Necron Monolith. Will be building up a Tomb Spider. But they've got some momentum now. Baneblade now moving out over onto the eastern side. Builder Scarabs repairing the Baneblade to as full health as humanly possible. Lehman Russ is continuing to make their claim in the central point. Critical location in the middle, yet to be captured by anyone. This might be the time to grab it if you're on the south side of things. Confessor being re-recruited, and the Necrons and Tau have managed to defend from that very aggressive Sisters play there. Infantry command being placed up front and centre as the firing line has moved a couple of inches towards their objective. And again, these big blue mushrooms going up on the Baneblade. Not sure, although then again, will they get the Build Scabs? Yes, they do. Managing to kill all the Build Scabs, actually. Not an entire waste. Now, stealth teams moving in. We'll see a Destroyer, but Destroyer will fall back. And now it's all about who... I mean, really, who from the southern perspective would you target? Because, I mean, the Necrons, if you focus on them, they lose their... I mean, what do they lose? What are they adding to the team at the moment? I mean, they're adding the Priors, they're adding the Necron Lord jumping about. If anything, I think maybe it's one of the Tau that they need to really focus on. If they can knock out a good half of that firing line, it will free up a lot of movement for the Imperial Guard and the Sisters. Although a lot of infantry being spent on the heavy weapons teams down here, not sure if this is money well spent, as they could be spending a lot of their infantry cap on maybe just a solid line of las guns. If anything, just to absorb the fire. I mean, what kind of economy have we got going on for the Imperial Guard? Yeah, you've got the blue money to play with. But then again, you've got to bear in mind that as the game progresses and these requisition points decay, the economy will eventually start to fade for all factions. Apart from the Necrons who can just kind of like delete their plasma generators and then rebuild them. Which is something to take into consideration. We have a Greater Narlock now moving down as the Imperial Guard push forward. Regular squad of guardsmen. There we go. That's the ticket. And the priest keeping these Kaskans alive, but probably don't want to stay there for much longer. Where are the basilisks? No, the basilisks are still there. Imperial going down, breaking the morale of all the yellow Tau. Oh no, no. Oh no, that's fine. Any blue missiles going on these Imperial Guardsmen, they'll be safe. For the priest will keep them alive. Oh no, oh dear, oh, he activated it too early. That is very unfortunate. But some of them will survive, so they will be able to capture that critical location, so long as the Tau Fire Warriors don't open fire on them. We do have, what are you going on? Looks like Necron on Necron action. Double Lord Destroyers trying to defend against all this, and then we do have a living a living saint jumping into the middle, which is quite useful. Hammerhead gunship falling down. Do have a essence of the Deceiver in the Sisters base. Good to freeze a couple of these ladies as he pleases. And a field command. There we go, an aggressive field command. Might seem like a bit of a meme thing to do, but if you've got the money spare, sticking a field command as a defensive structure, lots of health, and can stick 5 boys in there. Great now, just kind of sitting around in the base. This Fire Warrior, this Tower player over on the right hand side, kind of doing what the Sisters were doing a little bit earlier. Then again, do you dare push too far away from your base, knowing that the moment you push out, you will then be accosted and punished for your movements. Dove, I assume you're a fake monolith. Yes, you are a fake monolith in the corner, but can't take chances. Baneblade now moving into the Sisters' base. And this is quite a devastating situation going on. We have a Storm Monolith as well. God, because there's so many potential for fake units. Are you a fake one? Yes, you are. Okay, so... take that. So, misdirection and mischief are abound at the moment. Oh, the Baneblade and the Sisters base are on the same team. Never mind me. I was confused myself then. But they will stand on this side of the ridge, allowing them to engage in artillery combat. Double Greater Narlocks, or one of these will be fake anyway, causing all sorts of mischief. XV8s and stealth suit teams armed with... Are you armed with... Yep, armed with missile pods. So great for cracking all this good stuff. And the heavy weapons team's been moved from over here to over here instead, providing some firing support as and where it's needed. Billiscav's going to repair this restore monolith, and the Tau aggression has been postponed for a little while. But look at the range on these Fire Warriors. What's giving you vision, Fire Warriors?
4 minutes until taking hold.
Nothing apparently, or maybe they did have some vision, but they've been knocked backwards. Got an assassin right here, doing a lot of damage. Able to take lots of pot shots, unnoticed. Baneblade annihilating a couple of tanks over there in just one shot. And the Imperial Guard are slowly, gradually moving forward with all their defensive emplacements. Necrons looking worse for wear. Exorcists still firing away. Yeah, wombo combo of artillery fire and defensive structures. I mean, this tower Necron base over here, not...
3 minutes until taking
They've seen better days. The flooring's been done in. Got a second, a second forward field command going on here. It's a great wall of field commands coming out from Alex UK. Delta team's jumping in, seeing what they could do, but then they're starting to jump straight back out. Not an engagement for them. Replacement Greater Narlock looking to see what it can munch on. And are there any lads inside you, Field Command? There is one set inside you. Necrons of the Southern variety, all the Wraiths coming in to annoy these Fire Warriors, which will allow the command squad over here to move forward. But there are still more Fire Warriors over here to fight up against. Priest activating his God Save the Emperor ability. Baneblade and Lehman Russes moving forward just a smidgen. Absolute chaos all over the place. Never ever seen so many Greater Narlocks on the field. Lord knows how many of them are real. It's like the opening scene of Jurassic Park. Big Blue. Right where you want it. In the middle of this machine gun nest. Seeing how many can take out. Not killing anyone directly. In fact, no, it takes out one. Almost takes out two. Essence of the Nightbringer. Still hungry for that Baneblade. Celestian's now jumping around the side as a Lehman Russ gets captured by a Necron Lord Destroyer. A turncoat, as it were. Baneblade being caught in the corner by a Greater Narlock and a Essence. Annihilated one way or the other. Krutok's been jammed over here. But the Celestians now able to just mosey on into the base. Looking to kill all the buildings that they can. But some enemy pariahs. Not going to let them do that without a fight.
30 seconds
And 30 seconds till taking all victory. Critical location, Team 1 has captured it. And with the amount of defensive they've got around it, not sure what they could do. Lord Destroyer zapping these Biloscarovs, preventing them from decapping that critical location. And look at that, by a critical location victory alone, they have managed to gain their victory. Which, to be fair, actually pushing physically into the Necron and Tau bases would have been quite a long battle, it would have had to be said. No way, realistically, for the Sisters, Tau and Necrons to go up against that firing line. Although, then again, in saying that, towards the end, it did seem that both lines were kind of faltering in their own right. But yeah, cool. If you like the game, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month does get you one extra game a week. Also, there's a Discord where games happen and stuff, so feel free to check that out. Mine's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never sure. I will see you in a bit. Peace.